YouTube. It's Canada outside. And before we get started, I just want to apologize for any wind noise you may have. It's insanely windy out here. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for welcoming me back so kindly last week. I actually felt like you guys missed me, which on the internet, that's not a very common thing. So thank you. I also want to say thank you for discussing last week's topic so maturely. It's not often that people discuss religion topics and stuff like that, especially the way I talked about it in such a mature and positive manner. So props to you guys on that one. It also kind of became a general consensus last week that you guys wanted to see these videos on Wednesdays. So here we are on Wednesday on a beautiful day in Canada. It's so beautiful. Anyway, on to today's topic. So as you guys may have noticed, we're outside. And if you haven't noticed that we're outside, then... And we're outside because there is so much space! Look at all this space! There's so much space! Just like you can do all kinds of things. Kick things and fly, everybody. Beautiful! I'm having way too much fun. Way too much fun. But yeah, we're outside because there's a ton of space. So I spent the majority of my life living in Canada. My family and I, we've actually been living on this property, well, this area. I'm on a lake, this isn't really property. We've been living in this area for about 8 or 9 years, I think. So I kind of got used to all of this. Then I went to live in Mississauga for about 3 months. For those of you who don't know, Mississauga is part of Toronto. It's kind of like right below Toronto on Lake Ontario. So I went to live there for 3 months, and that was okay. I mean, I wasn't really shocked by how sort of compressed it was compared to this because I was expecting it. I was expecting city life. But to be honest, there was still a lot of space. Then we went to Japan for a month. Ah! There is zero space in Japan. A couple of square feet of land can cost you up to like 10,000 American dollars. A two-way, two-lane street is the equivalent of a single-lane, one-way street in Canada. And a single-lane, one-way street is the equivalent of an alleyway in Canada. And an alleyway? Those practically don't even exist in Tokyo. Some of the houses we went to, their square footage was the equivalent of my living room, if not less than my living room. It was insane. And then of course we went to Thailand, which wasn't nearly as compressed, but it still did feel smaller. One thing that's for sure though is the air smelled horrible in Thailand most of the time. It definitely is not a very pleasant smelling country. What I'm getting at here is that I had completely taken all of this for granted. Completely. I stepped out of the plane in Toronto and I took in a breath of fresh air in Toronto, okay? I'm a country boy. To me, Toronto is like pollution central. And then when I came back here after Toronto and Thailand and Japan and everything, it was just so overwhelming. The air is so fresh and there is so much space. Now it may seem that I'm kind of going for a cliche topic here, and yeah, I kind of am, but my main point that I'm trying to get across is that it is actually so much easier than we think to take things for granted. I thought I was thankful to live in Canada. I thought I knew how like blessed and fortunate I am to have all of this stuff here. I thought I appreciated seeing like a billion stars at night and having this fresh air like 24/7. But in comparison to how thankful I feel now, I was selfish and arrogant before. So here's what I want you guys to do. Just make a list of things that you kind of do every day, you see every day that you just, you know, they're just like whatever things. And then think about, do you ever feel thankful for those things? And if not, maybe share some stuff like that in the comments or with a video response. Or if you have anything else to come up with, you guys know that this is an opinion show, and if you disagree with me or anything, just write it all in the comments below or make a video response or whatever. Anyway, now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the show. Hero of the Week. Our Hero of the Week this week is a YouTube user named xmonk55. Now I know a lot of you guys are expecting me to, you know, highlight a comment or a video response that had to do with last week's topic that was really insightful and had a different point of view. But you guys all kind of agreed on everything, so it was really hard to pick out anything that really stood out. Which makes it sound like agreeing on something is a bad thing because then nobody stands out, but whatever. The comment I want to highlight is xmonks55's because he said, "Holy poop, I forgot about you." And I don't know why, but this made me laugh, like really, really hard. Like I laughed like for probably 10 minutes. I don't know why, but it was funny. So xmonk55, you are the Hero of the Week this week. Congratulations. And now for today's shout out. Today's shoutout goes out to a YouTube user named Godjo the Feared. Godjo the Feared was of course the 10th person to comment on my last video. Congratulations, Godjo the Feared. Shout out to you. Remember, if you would like a shout out on one of my videos, just be the 10th person to comment on this video and I'll be sure to give you a shout out in the next video. And of course, if you'd really like to comment but you don't have any idea what to comment about or anything like that, here is a weekly Would You Rather. Would you rather have this most of the year or have heat and sun most of the year? And of course, if you want to suggest a random face for me to do, you guys know you can always suggest those. Nobody suggested any last week, so you know, just putting that out there. Random faces are welcome. Anyway, that's pretty much everything I got to say for today and the rest this week. If you want to check out any of my other videos, there's a button up here that you can click on and scroll through them and pick a video that interests you. Actually, you know what? I think it's over there now. I'm not entirely sure. Or this way? I don't know. I just know that there's a button around this screen somewhere with some video lists of mine that you can probably watch, check out, you know, see what interests you. I'm rambling, man. Anyway, it is really cold because of this wind, so I'm just gonna say I'm Isaac Oli. Thanks for joining me once again on Rant. Peace in. Comment and subscribe, comment and subscribe, comment and subscribe, and maybe favorite too.